As minor premiers and champions, the Sutherland Stingrays finished their first Samsung Premier League season on a huge high. They've continued that winning form, still undefeated after 4 rounds of the 2017 competition. But alas, the Eastwood Ride Hawks are here too tonight, and they also happen to be undefeated. Sitting pretty up in first place, they'd like to keep that spot as we head towards the halfway point of the competition. This is a clear battle for ladder position and also for goal percentages. That's all that separates the top 3 sides, 2 of them here on the show court tonight. The Rays got it over the Hawks twice last season. However, it's a new day, a new season, and as we've witnessed many times before, anything can happen in the New South Wales Premier League. I'm Brittany Carter, sitting in some pretty prestigious netball company with Diamonds mid-quarter Paige Hadley. Welcome back, Paige.
Thank you for having me again.
So we're just going to run through our lineups really quickly. I know that you know a lot of these players. For the Stingrays, Mel Talent captains the side tonight. In goal shooter, Braden Quince in goal attack. Maddie Woods, Maddie Hay and Tony Anderson make up the mid-court. Sarah Tatum in goal defence and Cassandra Radford in goalkeeper. For the ERNA Hawks, Jenny Webster has selected Alicia Cairns in goal shooter and Kieran Austin in goal attack. Emily Keenan is the captain of the side tonight in wing attack. Jay Rickard-Bell centre, Sophie Halpin wing defence, and we've got Laura McLaren in goal defence and Jess Grant in goalkeeper. Thoughts? Predictions?
I think they're both hotly contested teams. I think they're both obviously got big names in their team for Premier League, but I think the Hawks are going to do it tonight.
Well, this will be the last game for about 6 weeks for Kira Austin as she heads off to Botswana for the World Youth World Cup that's happening.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, she'll be joining Claire and off to Botswana for the World Youth Cup. So hopefully they can bring home that gold. And lucky enough, she's just been signed with the Giants netball. So she must have having a great week, really.
And some pretty positive signs for her career.
Yeah, I think the Giants have signed 4 shooters, so they didn't want to let go of Austin. Obviously, with Pettit kind of at the end of her career, I think they've been smart in terms of keeping Austin. So for long term to make that combination with Christina Bryce. Mould her
into the shooter that they need in 2-3 years' time. Probably even longer. Petit could be shooting for like 5 more years. She's in form.
You just never know what's going to happen in netball. So very smart by the Giants. Emily Keenan's down. A lot of whistle to start off.
So our umpires tonight are Claire McCabe and Emma Davey.
Yeah, Emma Davey did some Suncorp Super Netball games. I think she wasn't consistently on there, obviously new and just learning the ropes. So I guess coming back to the Premier League to try and get some more games into her. Great touch by McLaren. She's been playing for ERNA Hawks for a very, very long time. So, super fit and very hard to play against.
Yeah. And speaking with their coach, Jenny Webster, I was asking when Amy Somerville might be back because she was in commentary with us a few weeks ago. And she reckons Amy's got another week yet, but she's got a pretty interesting problem in the fact that Kira Austin heads off and then Amy Somerville comes back. So she sort of was laughing, do you really call that a problem?
I know, good timing by all accounts.
Obviously got a good stock of players.
Great take by Alicia Cairns. I haven't seen much of Cairns, so it would be good to see a combination with Austin and Keenan out the front. Sophie Halpin is wing defence for the ERNA Hawks, and she was a training partner with the Swiss this year and just grew in leaps and bounds, so I'm sure she'll be having a strong Premier League season as well.
There's plenty of training partners and also Suncorp Super Netball players on the court here.
Contact goal defence.
Mel Talent was taking it to the post, a former New South Wales Swift.
Yes, former Taylor Swift and current best friend. So, yeah, obviously I haven't seen her play in a while, so it's nice to... I haven't actually seen her play since last year. I came and watched her win the grand final for Premier League, so it's nice to be back and seeing her play. So I'm sorry if I say her name a few times tonight.
We're expecting some balanced commentary from you, Paige.
She won't watch. Maybe our other friend Megan will be watching, so...
Quick off the circle, the Rays are.
Oh, miscommunication there.
Offside wing.
But they seem to be pretty evenly contested in these first 5 minutes of play. It's 4-all.
There's contact goal attack.
Maddie Hay also in the middle for the Stingrays. I think she's one of the most underrated players. I think she's such a phenomenal player, and she was also a training partner for the Giants netball this year. So, positive signs for her as well. Great rebound backhands. Just got a little bit of height on Radford, I think.
Yeah, so Radford was actually promoted from the under-20s after she played up for the Opens a number of times last year. A very young player, but a lot of potential. Doing well.
Yeah, and also the goal defence for the Rays, Sarah Tatum. She's actually growing up through the junior rank. She actually played for Western Australia, so played against her. So, yeah, it's nice to see she's moved to Sydney and playing in our Premier League.
Yes, the coach said that she went travelling for a bit, met someone nice and came back and happened to settle in the Sutherland Shire, so it worked out well for them.
Nice place to settle down, I think.
A lot of pace about the Stingrays' attack at the moment.
Oh, great rebound on McLeod. Oh,
There's contact.
oh.
Inside.
She's not falling the Stingrays' way at the moment.
So Maria Lynch has said that Brayden Quince is someone that will just go straight to the post and put her shots up as soon as she gets the ball. We've already seen a lot of that from her.
Oh, great job, Maddie Hay. She's got unbelievably long arms. So I think, I actually don't realise how long they are, and then she takes the ball from you. So, as we witnessed there. The umpires are hot on the stepping call tonight. Oh, nearly Tatum reads that. Cairns keeps that in.
Did well. She was sort of falling out the back line.
Oh, great touch by Anderson. Another Giants netball player this year. Unfortunately, hasn't been signed for the 2018 season, but had a great 2017 season with him.
The experience of what it would have meant would have been, very rewarding, I can imagine.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously it's probably hard for her at the moment. Obviously not getting a recontract, but there's going to be opportunities in other teams. So hopefully with a young talent like her, she'll be picked up very shortly. Great pressure by Halpin there.
There's contact keeper. There's offside wing.
Twins using a mid-quarter on the edge of the circle.
That's 2 in a row Quince has missed, so she may just need to refeed it in to get closer just to get her range. Oh, great touch by Radford.
You can see Austin wasn't that...
He uses the post.
Yeah. She wasn't that confident about that pass.
Oh, great take by Maddie Hay. To Woods.
Obstruction.
Back to Anderson.
There's obstruction wing attack.
Maddie Hayes is
Obstruction wing defence.
being an option everywhere at the moment for the Sutherland Stingrays.
Yep.
Halpin stands out of play.
There's contact centre.
The talent opens on the baseline. Good hold by McLean, and she shoots.
So there's a lot of Maddies happening in New South Wales netball. I'm not sure what's going on there.
No, we've got two in the Swifts. We've got a Maddie Proud and a Maddie Turner, and we've got Maddie Hay and Maddie Woods in the Sutherland Stingrays. So something's going on with that age level.
Goalkeeper hold. Yep. Come in.
Also, Jess Grant, I'm not used to her having that last name. She's also been recently married, so I haven't seen her since she's been married.
Yeah, Nee Caldera.
Yeah, Calderera, her previous surname, so I'm getting confused.
Queens.
Great take by Talent. Over the top to Woods.
Yep.
Stingrays seem to be forcing it a little bit at the moment. ERNA on every pass.
There's a really good matchup between McLaren and Quince happening too.
Contact goal defence.
Yeah, both similar height. I think McLaren is quite physical. She's only small, but she's quite physical. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a tough battle for 60 minutes. Hay just has a crack at that. Radford's just doing well at trying to get up and just tip it away at the moment.
Oh, well done.
Oh, Tatum rejects it.
Unfortunately, it didn't come off.
Falls away of Austin, though. Oh, just misread there by Tatum.
So we've got 5 minutes left to play. Hawks are up by 2.
I think, yeah, the Hawks at the moment are definitely the better side. More composed, more options down that attack end.
Stingrays just seem a little bit rattled and rushed, don't they?
Yeah, everything just kind of seems like it's forced to go there. So hopefully just a little bit more of early prep, and they'll have more options than just the one. Early work by M. Keenan then to get over the line.
Still up by 2. Hawks over the Stingrays.
Oh, great touch by Halpin on there. Falls away McLaren. Over to Keenan. Onto Ricard Bell. She looks in, but nothing on.
Well done. Good timing.
Hands, yeah. Great
Good
hold of
timing
that ball
with the feed.
from M. Fake the defender and then open up the space. Sophie on the back up there. McLaren riding every pass that Quince is getting. Great take by Talent. Just on the ball from Grant.
Up and in. Sort of overhead that one. She sort of had to bend back a little bit.
That's 2. That's Keenan's been called for a break. Tony doing some good work. Anderson doing some good work on her early. Woods with the pick-up. Talent back to Maddie Hay. Double play between Talent and Hay works well. And the Stingrays finish it off.
There's 1 goal in it. 2.5.
Oh, great drive by Quince. Just in the front of it, Talent opens up. Bradford likes that at this end. Great defence. Harpen comes to help out. Austin takes it strongly. Oh, hits Anderson's feet. Luckily for ERNA, falls their way. Umpire's hot on the whistle down this end. Good feed to Cairns over the top of Tatum.
Quince is just winning that centre pass at the moment. It's a really good matchup between her and McLaren.
Yeah, every single pass is being contested, so I think that's going to be one closely to watch for 60 minutes. No play giving an inch at the moment.
Mel Talent getting ready for the rebounds, not needed. Good to just be safe.
Good to be sure. Good timing by Austin.
Rickard Bell, edge of the circle. Hanging on. Dishes it to Cairns. Effective and fast, aren't they? Their passes are direct, the Hawks.
Yeah, I think the Hawks are definitely more clinical in their play at the moment.
Whoa, what a
Good
shot.
shot by Talent.
Well done, Mel.
She does like a good long bomb.
Give her a good pat on the back for us from that one.
Good double play between Keenan and Austin.
Cairns only just winning that ball with her height.
Yeah, Bradford just needs to get off that body a little bit early and get around on Cairns.
30 seconds on the clock. Hawks are up by 1.
Good contest by Rickard Bell. Good pick up by Halpin there on the edge of the circle. Oh, and Tony
lovely.
Straight back. Oh,
Fantastic
great feed by
intercept.
Woods.
What a pass as well.
Well done by Woods, straight into Talent. Hawks centre pass with 15 seconds to go.
They're level now.
Oh, Anderson comes through.
That's 2 plays in a row now she's produced.
Oh, Grant with the rebuttal. Quince just need to push that a little bit higher into Talent then.
It's very well done by Anderson, though. Because of her work, we now see them head in 15 all instead of down by 2. So Stingrays and Hawks tied a piece at the first break. Some really exciting stuff happening with NSWIS at the moment. There's a Super Club team going to play over the weekend, and a lot of the girls playing in the Premier League are actually going to be in that team. So we've got Tandy Anderson, who's on the court tonight, Christina Bryce from the Giants, Taylor Davies from the Giants, Taylor Fraser, St George District, Angela Frechtick from GWS, Sarah Clow is obviously one of your Swifts teammates. There's also Maddie Proud and Maddie Turner. And then we've got Lauren Moore and Georgia Marshall, as well as Amy Parmenter. So we've got one of those players here in ERNA tonight and one in Sutherland Shire and Tony Anderson. But it's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, so they're obviously going over there to play the Super Club competition, and they'll play against the likes of a Steel and a Mystic. So it'll be great exposure for them. I think Taylor Davies is also in the ERNA team, but just not here tonight. So, yeah, obviously a mix of Giants and Swifts, so they'll be able to get out there together. And then again, a mix of Premier League and in-Swiss athletes. So, coached by Bryony Akel, and Rob and Julie will be assisting. So I'm sure that'll be great exposure for them both.
Yeah, definitely. And it'll be a really nice mix of younger and older players with some experience and some training to be done. I'm told that Davies is out with a sickness, which is a bit unfortunate heading into this Super Club series or weekend. But yeah, nice to see that she's been named. And it's exciting as well because the Steel Netball have actually got up over the Pulse, 69-53 in the grand final for New Zealand.
17 goals, same score line as the Suncorp Super Netball, actually.
There you go, yeah. So that's really exciting. I remember Steel being one of the big players last year for New Zealand. Do you miss coming up against those guys?
I think you miss coming up against them, obviously, to know what they're going to produce in the international. So obviously we haven't played against New Zealand this year, so you don't quite know what form players are in and what they're doing. But I think the Suncorp Super Netball has been phenomenal. Obviously the physicality, the Australian style, the internationals coming in, it's been phenomenal.
And Jane Watson was awarded Player of the Year, so I remember her being a really big force last year as well.
Yeah, I think she's going to definitely work her way in and be that starting goalkeeper with probably Grant at the front now that Harrison's retired for the Silver Ferns.
So we're just talking about some of the signings that have happened. Let's go over the Swifts first. Obviously, you're going to know right about this stuff. So you've had 8 people sign on for next year, which is pretty exciting, and most of your core players have stuck together.
Yeah, really exciting. Obviously, to have 8 out of the 10 back so quickly before, obviously, the season had even finished. We had 8 signatures on the line, so it just shows what this club's about, what they're producing, and to be also young. We've got big futures ahead. So a lot of the other Suncorp Super Netball teams are going for older players to win premierships, but we're all about building, and next year's going to be another big step for us. And
it's interesting too, the average age of your side is 22, so you're right, there are definitely some youngsters in there, but all about the building phase. It's really interesting too. You've got Sammy Wallace and Helen Housby both back for their second years with the Swifts. Obviously, the English players are loving it with you guys.
Yeah, obviously there's 2 England players in the Giants and one with us. So They absolutely loved it. I think they got such crazy personalities.
They probably fitted right in.
Yeah, they're very unique. So I think that's the best thing about this team. They're actually really unique people, and they're not just brilliant players. They're actually brilliant people. So I've enjoyed the journey of them coming in, obviously adapting to Sydney and adapting to the Swifts culture and the club, and it's only going to be stronger from next year on.
And we were talking about the Maddies dominating New South Wales netball. Well, they dominated the Swifts Awards. Most Valued Player, Maddie Proud, who also cleaned up Members Player of the Year, and then Maddie Turner took out Coaches Player of the Year, and Claire O'Brien Players Player of the Year. Were you happy to see those girls be recognised that way?
Yeah, obviously we call Maddie Turner the teacher's pet because she got the Coaches Award. So we'll say Maddie Turner is the teacher's pet. Rob loves her. He loves defenders. But yeah, Mad's proud. Obviously, I think she collected the most MVPs throughout the year. So our MVP gets selected on who gets MVPs during the game. And obviously her and Sarah probably got the most, or most consistent for us. So it was probably hotly contested between them two. And then, Claire obviously is an absolute champion. I just love Cobb. And, I think Players Play just goes to show how much she's respected by us. And she just did her own job when she came on. She just took it with both hands. So I'm glad Cobb's back on for 2018 as well.
Oh, that's pretty exciting as well. Just a little shout out. If you're a Swifts fan, you can actually put on the waiting list to become a member next year if you're not already been one this year, which is really exciting that you're already selling out memberships, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this year in particular was phenomenal. The crowds that we had, especially at the State Sports Centre, were just unbelievable. They got us so close to those wins. I know against Collingwood I couldn't even hear anything. So we want everyone to get a membership. We want to be sold out. This team is coming and you want to be on board this journey.
Well, you heard it from Paige herself, but yeah, you're right, over 11,000 when you had the double header in Sydney in round 14, so that's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, kudos Bank, obviously. We broke their record last year with the New South Wales Swifts against the Queensland Firebirds, and then we broke the Suncorp Super Netball crowd twice this year. So really privileged to be in Sydney and being able to have two teams play double header and see quality netball games. Yeah, it's probably back to Premier League. They probably want us to talk about them more than the New South Wales Swifts. Right. Great shot by Talent. Wondered if she can hear me.
Get a walkie-talkie in her ear like the Big Bash.
Well, she's the captain, so I'm sure she'll like to say a few words. Great job by Cairns and Austin down that circle. No changes for either team. Oh no, we've got Lily Gorman-Brown going to win defence for the Sutherland Stingrays, and we see Tony go to goal defence.
Gorman-Brown came up from the under-20s last year, same sort of case as Radford.
Yeah, so Lily is also an in-Swiss athlete, and Lily was a training partner for us at the Swifts. Not technically a training partner, but came in when we needed some help, and obviously we had a few injuries in the mid-court. So, obviously a star of the future along with Taylor Fraser. Good pressure there. Austin just overcooks that one. Good pressure by Maddie Hay on Rickard Bell.
The Hawks, however, look unchanged, so obviously they're happy with what's going on here.
Yeah, I think looking at their bench, they've got a quality bench. I wouldn't be surprised if you do see changes. I think they're quality people sitting on the bench, but I think this team is definitely obviously the bigger names and obviously have probably played more consistent netball together.
We just saw Kira Austin snatch a nice little intercept that ended in a goal for the Hawks, and now we're heading back up towards the Stingrays. Shooting ends.
Happened. Great touch there. Grant can't keep it in.
She's knocking all the signs over.
Samsung will not be happy about that. She won't be getting sponsored by Samsung.
Unfortunately, just the wrong placement from Mel Talent there. And you see Grant with the baseline throw in for the Hawks. Over the top to Rickard Bell. Pops a little pass into Austin. Nice feed. Lovely shot. Great goal.
So that was the Stingray centre pass, so need to get this one back from the Hawks. Oh, I was going to say Cairns demanding that ball. Just held on for it too long. Let the umpire come into it then. Great depth by Maddie Woods there. Nothing on. Go back to Maddie Hay. Talent comes out to help. Back to Hay on the circle edge. Oh, really unlucky there. Not sure why that was called.
Pause, go to fence, top of the circle. Come around. Yes. Obstruction goalkeeper.
Great work by Cairns, staying steady with all the chaos happening around her.
Sutherland.
Both umpires making sure that they're dominant in that circle. Back to Anderson. Oh.
Bit of a wayward
Bit of-
pass.
Bit of a miscommunication. That's all right, though. I'm sure Anderson will work hard to get this back. Or would even. We like it when mid-quarters pick up intercepts down there. Defenders don't have to do as much then. Oh, great drive by Woods.
Good work by Mel Talent, just hanging on and assessing her options. Quince taking it to the post.
Good shot by Quince. Only 3 now.
9 minutes of play in this second quarter.
Rickard Bell.
Stark for an option, back to Halpin.
Good work from Keenan up the middle. Rickard Bell on the circle edge. Good job by Radford to take out Austin then. It just slips through to the baseline. Obviously now we've got Austin and Anderson on each other, so I'm sure at trainings they would have been on each other a lot of times, so I think they'll know each other's game quite nicely.
And Radford did well to take her out, as you said before, but then she just backed off.
Yep.
Obviously, Austin was able to find space under the post, so she's got to keep that pressure on her 100% of the time.
I think, yeah, one of the skills that Austin's got is she's not that quick, but she's just quite deceptive with her timing, so makes it hard for a defender to predict.
Rickard Bell trying to look past the arms of Maddie Hay.
Anderson, close. Unlucky for Radford, just got to get off the body of Cairns. Oh, great rebound by Radford. I think she's probably the shortest in that circle at the moment. Great job by Maddie Hay. Strong take.
Stage contact goal attack.
Quince is up quite high as goal attack. Looking down for Talent. Being patient with it. Good take. Great shot by Quince. So the Stingrays are within 2 now. The centre pass to follow. Back to Hay. Back to Woods. Great defensive pressure by the Hawks. Oh, great
Well
take.
done. Squeezing through 2 Hawks players. Hay comes out on top.
Very deceptively strong, Maddie Hay. Talent steps in. Sutherland fans are enjoying this now.
Keenan is having to work overtime to get past Gorman Brown, even for that centre pass.
Yeah, I've never seen Lily play wing defence. I'm quite interested to see how she goes there. She's normally more of a wing attack centre, so good to be able to play all 3 though.
There's arms flailing everywhere.
Woods just runs straight through them.
Oh, fantastic work between Hay and Quince. To the post in the net. 1 goal in it. Hawks leading the Stingrays.
Great take by Quince.
Rickard Bell was just a fraction too slow.
Oh, yes. Halpin knocks it back to herself. Chases it. Oh, that's what Radford needs to do, is get around the body on Cairns. Great job, great read.
Use the outside arm, doing very well. counter-attack now.
It's always tough being on a taller shooter, but I think there's little wins that all that matter.
Mel Talent, overdrive. Jess Grant is making her work hard for her.
Great job by Woods. Quick change of direction on top of the circle.
Lovely hold on the ball, 3 feet, but still managing to get hands almost on it.
Emily Keenan's doing really nice on the centre pass. She's been out for nearly every single one of them.
Obstruction goalkeeper. Obstruction defence. Advantage goal.
Hawks have pushed 2 in front.
Oh, great second phase by Woods on top of the circle. 3 passes and it's into Talent.
Good direction from Talent as well, just giving her a little head nudge. Pass it back a bit further.
Talent's one of those deceptive players. You don't think she's going to get something and then she ends up getting it and you're like, wow. Great take by Cairns.
Contact. Obstruction. Sutherland.
So back out to 1 to the Hawks. 2 to the Hawks, sorry. 27-25. Halpin doing, she covered multiple moves of Woods. Oh.
That ground looks pretty hard. McLennan, good pass to Austin. Just over the top of all the Stingrays. Oh, wow, look at this quick play.
It was like a triple play between Keenan and Austin.
Lovely work. Cairns finishes off the effort and pushes the Hawks to 28. 3.5 minutes to go before halftime. Cairns calling for it.
Hawks have stepped up their intensity in this last little patch before halftime. Hay just telling Talent to get in.
Foot out.
There's contact with the fence. Contact.
Anderson riding Austin. Oh, Austin took that. Obviously the new rule now, you can obviously take it straight away, and she took that. Didn't help in her advantage at all though. Both shooters are out for Stingrays, which is not ideal.
Yeah, the Hawks doing well to keep them from the post.
Yeah, McLaren is quite close on that shot. She may be small, but doesn't get away with it. Oh, Talent. Great rebound. Thought Grant definitely had that. Back to the Hawks on a pass.
Keenan straight out. That was good work by Tony Anderson, just holding up the play, even though she couldn't pull it in.
It keeps hitting her feet. Yeah, Keenan's obviously getting out straight out for the centre pass. I'm not sure if that's a tactic of Gorman Brown to let her get the first phase and then contest the second phase, but it's working for Emily Keenan. Oh, Tony. Oh.
Well done. Lovely work between her and Radford.
I didn't think that was going to fall away, but it fell away. Oh, but Austin with the intercept again. That's 2 for Austin this quarter. Can't finish it the first time. Finishes it the second time.
Up by 4, Hawks over the Stingrays. 1.5 minutes left of play. Quick work between Quince and Talent.
I really like where Woods is getting. She's getting to that top of the circle quite nicely. So Halpin's just got to keep her off that circle. Balance from Quince. McLaren will come off and look for the sweep. Good shot by Quince.
Lovely defence, but just doesn't put her off. Oh, did lucky to make sure that wasn't over a third.
Great take
Untouched.
by Anderson.
Untouched.
Oh, umpire not happy with the goal tax positioning.
Keenan trying to push through and getting a free pass while she's at it. Lovely work by Austin. 10 seconds on the clock. Stingrays have got a centre here. Woods looking to get into the shooters. Quince, can she get the shot?
Oh,
Lovely
great
work.
Right before the buzzer.
Right on halftime. So the Hawks lead the Stingrays 31-28. Who do you think's doing the better job at the moment?
I definitely think the Hawks have got the upper hand. I just think more slick play. But the Sutherland Stingrays are not letting them get away. So positive signs from them as well. So I think it's obviously it's only 3 at half time, so it's anyone's game. But yeah, I think the Hawks have got the upper hand at the moment.
So the Stingrays, their coaches said, have come away with the wins but haven't been the greatest of wins, and some of them have only been won by close margins and up and down sort of season, haven't had their full complement of players due to injuries and other commitments. So they're building into what's happening, and they're definitely in this game. They're just a little bit off the mark, aren't they, with the attack?
Yeah, obviously knowing a few of the players, I think that's happened to them last year as well. They kind of borrowed players from the under-20s team, and then they ended up winning the grand final. So they're a team that's unexpected, and they've got quality players that just work well together. No really flashy stars on that side. But yeah, obviously, just doing the job. Obviously, they only had 2 on their bench that looked like they were playing as well. So a bit of injuries, I think, through that Stingrays team.
Yeah, so Manly were a really, really strong side last year, but the Stingrays were able to push them out of the minor premiership because their last game against the Panthers, they scored 74-54, so that goal percentage really came into play. And then heading into that grand final, they pipped them by 1 point as well. So fantastic work by the Sutherland Stingrays. Something a little bit interesting about their players as well. 2 of the girls in Cassie Staples and one of their current players are really into rugby. And Cassie Staples actually made the transition from netball into the Aussie Sevens now. So playing on the world stage in a different sort of form.
Yes, I've heard that their trainer loved her and that she went to the Sevens. So good on her. Obviously, if Sevens was where she was going to play on the world stage, it's awesome. And yeah, I've heard there's another girl as well playing for their local Cronulla team as well. So it's great to see women's sport being able to have multiple options and obviously not just play that one sport, they can play multiple and excel in it.
Now the Heart are up against the Sparks, further up on the court up there. But I feel pretty sorry for the Central Coast Heart because they've had such bad luck. They played their first game here on the show court and they got up over North Shore United 59-53. But the last 3 games, they've lost to the ERNA Hawks, Sutherland Stingrays and Manly by 1 goal. 3 weeks in a row.
Surely their time is coming.
How do you keep your head up in that situation when you've just been pipped by that 1 goal each game?
Oh, it's tough. I think that's exactly what happened this year with us as well. There was, games we lost by 1, we lost by 3. We had a draw with Melbourne Vixen, so it is very tough. But to know you're that close it's a double-edged sword sort of thing. So you didn't win that game, but you're so close, and there's only little tweaks you have to do. So you'd rather be losing. I know it's tough, but you'd rather be losing close than obviously losing by 20 each week. That's hard to motivate yourself.
All right, so we can see that there might be some changes with some of the ERNA Hawks doing some shooting. So we'll take a quick break and confirm those, and we'll be back for the second half. All right, we're back for the third quarter. Hawks are up over the Stingrays, 31-28. We've seen one change for the ERNA Hawks. Emily Bills has come on in goal shooter. So she's replaced Alicia Cairns, who was doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, I thought she's doing really well. I think Bills may have had some more court time over the week, so probably just that stronger combination between Austin and Bills. That was a great touch by Bradford there on Bills' first play.
And Jess Grant has been really aggressive on the ball all night, hasn't she? She's been straight onto it.
Yeah, just the placement of the pass. They just need to go in front of Grant to get it away from the defender. So hopefully Stingrays can just address that.
Nice direct passes from the Hawks. Taking their options that fraction longer to find some space, but they're coming out, with good options and safe options.
Yeah, Bills is definitely that more of a moving shooter as well in there, so maybe they're just looking for a bit of a change up as well.
Doing well with their body Bills just to get some space behind Radford.
Again, Grant in there with the touch.
She's making it difficult for Talent.
Yeah, definitely riding the body. She's definitely one-on-one.
You can see Talent's been brought straight out of play to try and get the ball.
Great feed from Woods there. Around Grant. Good hold from Quince. Tony is in... Oh,
that was well done by Tony Anderson.
That was really unlucky. Really unlucky there. She was just replayed it to herself. Good hold on Austin. Goes in for the rebound and Maddie Hay cleans up. Good job from Lily Gorman-Brown to keep that in then. Maddie Hay just takes the ball with such ease.
Yeah, she's got plenty of confidence about her for such a young player. And Stingray side, mostly really young players, aren't they, with a sprinkling of experience, I'd say?
Yeah, I think, obviously the Hawks are probably the older of the two and probably way more experience. But Stingrays have got a touch of both. And obviously last year they had Leah Short as well, who'd played for, West
Injured
Coast Fever.
Year,
so she's done a few ACLs, which is obviously not pretty. So I think they're definitely missing that bit more of experience down there. Hawks out to a 6-goal lead now, so Stingrays need to change up something. It's not easy for them though.
Oh, good touch.
Oh, really unlucky by Lily Gorman-Brown then. Thought she came around the body nicely and Hay cleaned it up.
Quick play between Austin and Bills. The post just got in her way.
Couldn't keep it in then.
Pops out the back line. We'll see Stingrays
Great
with an opportunity
by Hay then. Lily Gorman-Brown just dragged Austin and Keenan and opened up the middle there for Maddie. Good job, Sophie Halpin.
Almost taking out another Samsung sign.
They're way too close to the court. Tony Anderson just wanting Lily to go back for another option. McLaren Saggy onto Woods, cutting off that.
We've got some quiet benches too, don't we?
Yeah, both very quiet. I think Sutherland obviously are missing a few players on their bench. But same as ERNA, they're quite quiet as well over there. Good shot by Quince. We need to turn over here, Sutherland Stingrays.
Quick play, Halpin to Austin, into Bills.
Good timing by Bills just to get around the body.
Post, lovely.
Good drive by Tony Anderson. Such strength down there in attack. Good
Big play.
Again, Woods has got timing to get onto the top of the circle.
Oh, lovely shot.
Shot by Talent. There's no other option to shoot it. Nearly Radford read that. Oh, good take.
Austin and Bills are working very well together.
Yeah, I definitely think they've had a bit more time together, so that combination is probably a bit more stronger.
Anticipating the space that their partner's about to pop into as well, almost dragging their player out as well, just to find some space around the post.
Another turnover for the Sutherland Stingrays now.
Hawks. Yeah. That one didn't pay off.
Miscommunication. She went forward and the ball went back. Maddie Hay just seems to creep up that middle every time. Good defence here by... I think Grant just got caught then. Obviously one arm's holding while the other one's going for the ball. Umpire's a bit clever on that one. Oh, Quince pushed her own player out.
Never a big fan of those throw-ins because you just don't know if they're going to pay off or not. Instead, we see the Hawks head up the court, take advantage of the opportunity. Kira calling for it, top of the circle. They'll go round instead. Bills with an opportunity and take it to the post. She's a strong stature, isn't she?
Yeah, I haven't seen Bills play, so yeah, obviously quite strong in there, and again, she's got that mix of movement and hold, so I think that's making it a lot easier for Kira to play her game.
And you can see Radford is sort of jumping around, obviously trying to keep on her toes and be ready for when Bills pops out, but in a way it's almost helping Bills because she can just, just take advantage of the fact whenever she's in the air, she can just pop around her.
Definitely. Halpin just took out her own player, Austin, then. The McLaren and Grant are quite physical down in that defensive end down there, riding both the shooters quite closely.
Bills, top of the circle.
Good move by M. Keenan. Good switch by Radford and Anderson. That was a great switch. Good
Lovely
read.
work from Radford. The intercept.
Oh, Halpin read it. Just a bit too late.
Top of the circle, Quince looking to pass it into Talent.
Great feed to Quince.
Instead, she'll feed it back to Woods and do it herself.
Good option there. Talent was in front, but went for the one closer to the post.
So 39-33, the Hawks lead the Stingrays. This game is very physical.
Yeah, definitely down in that ERNA Hawks. They're quite physical down that defensive end. Stingrays are getting nothing cleanly. No option back to Anderson. It's really hard sometimes as a mid-quarter when the umpire calls advantage multiple times. I think sometimes you just think, I don't get the ball because she's contacting, and then obviously they call advantage and then it misses that play. So I think sometimes the umpire just needs to be able to call that just so it sets up that mid-court play for them. But yeah, obviously every time you call advantage and you don't get the ball, you're out of position again.
Well, Mel Talent's sort of taking on a goal attacking role in the fact that she keeps popping out and feeding the ball into Quince.
Yeah, and that's what we saw in the last game as well, similar to Kai coming out and then the goal attack going in. So similar role here, I think Mel's doing the running and goal attack's going in. Really unlucky call then.
So Jess Grant's doing a really good job on Mel Talent.
Oh, nearly wins it back. Yeah, again, I just think the Stingrays need to take the hit. I think their ERNA Hawks are quite physical and are not getting pulled up, so they need to be able to adjust and get off that body. Bradford doing everything she can. Wasn't around this something.
Oh, well done. It's come off. Bowman Brown back to Radford. Hay.
No look pass from Hay. Good hands by Halpin. Great take by Hay.
And they just flew up the right channel of the court. The Stingrays, lovely shot. Mel Tallent's fed up. She wants points.
Makes it easy for a mid-court when they can swish it from there. Good centre pass there from Sophie Halpin, straight on the transverse line.
Keenan. Feed into Bills. Baseline shot. Pop out. Austin's there.
Missed time jump there by Anderson. She just jumped a little bit too early.
So some young defenders, but they're doing pretty well considering the sort of experience they're up against.
Yeah, definitely. I think the ERNA Hawks, the likes of Jess Grant, goal defence, wing attack, centre, have all been playing together for a good, like, I know Rickard Bell came in recently, but the rest have been playing for a good, 5 to 10 years. They've grown up in this club, so they've obviously know each other like the back of their hand. So good combinations there.
Nice work between Keenan and Bills, and we'll see her pop it over the top to Austin.
Again, Austin's quite deceptive. She just goes forward and then back, and it's quite quick.
Sneaky assassin. Force back. We'll see the Stingrays get a free pass here. Mel Talent to take it. Feeding into the pocket. Oh, there we go. Up to Quince. Great contest between McLaren and Quince for the ball. Pops over the top.
Great pick up by Woods there, staying on the circle edge. Grant is giving nothing in that circle. Something's fallen off on the middle.
Looks like a bit of tape, yeah, Band-Aid.
Oh, good pressure by Hay. Falls away the ERNA Hawks though.
Hayes lost her pair. Rickard Bell's got some space over here. And switched. Fed into Bills. So Bills has brought a lot of confidence to this side. And the umpires discovered the unwanted bit of tape intruding our netball court.
I think it actually came off Rickard Bell as well. She played it cool though.
A lot of talk being done among the ERNA players. Over the top. Austin just in front.
Radford doing everything she can to try and get around them.
So there's 8 points of difference at the moment. We've got less than a minute and a half on the clock.
Yeah, I think the Hawks have just put the intensity up a little bit, and the Stingrays are just chasing. And I think down that defensive end for the Hawks, it's very physical. So the shooters are not getting anything cleanly, which is making it very tough. Again, you can see Grant's arm just holding on there to Talent. And she shoots. Good pass from Quince. Oh.
Realistically, this isn't a huge margin. Like if the Stingrays are able to reel it back in and really put some pressure on the ERNA Hawks in the last 15 minutes, there's definitely a contest still here.
Definitely. Obviously, it is now, 7? So not a massive lead, but obviously with the experience of the Hawks, you'd think that they'd be able to push on from this. Oh, great touch by Anderson. Really unlucky there by Radford. That was a great touch by Anderson.
45-37. It's about 15 seconds left of play.
Oh, we just see a push in the back there. Talent shoots. Grant's over the top of the rebound. Less than 5 seconds to go.
Long bomb. Anderson's on it.
Again.
There we go. So that was a really intense third quarter. The Hawks, I don't know where they're getting their energy from, but they've definitely got a lot more than the Stingrays at the moment, Paige.
Yeah, and obviously we've seen the Hawks have some changes as well, so it's obviously brought a bit of new energy towards it.
Fresh
So,
legs.
yeah, obviously, as I said, the Hawks, I think, have got that bit more intensity. So, Stingrays are staying in there. They've just got to convert on those turnovers they get. As I said, it's quite physical down against their 2 shooters, so I'm not sure we might see some changes, but I'm not sure how many they've got on their bench.
So that quarter had the highest difference so far, 5 goals between the Hawks 14 and the Stingrays 9. And I mean, obviously that's been reflected in the score, but the Stingrays are sort of just off the pace a little bit and starting to back off, aren't they?
Yeah, I just think the intensity that the fresh legs brought to the attack end for Hawks really helped them, and again, being quite physical in that attack end for Stingrays, I think they're really struggling to get into that circle just because of the physicality on them.
Well, the Stingrays don't look like they have that many players to work with in terms of substitutions, but we'll be keeping an eye on any changes that do happen, and we'll confirm those with you when we come back for the last 15 minutes of this game. Hawks up over the Stingrays. The Stingrays are going to have to pull off something impressive to turn this result around.
Yeah, and we see Sarah Tatum come back onto goal defence and Tony Anderson back to win defence. And no changes for ERNA Hawks.
Hold goalkeeper. Set that goal attack.
So that was a combination that was working pretty nicely in the beginning with Anderson in wing defence and having rather Sarah Tatum in the goal defence position.
Yeah, I think it worked. Obviously, the ERNA Hawks got out to a lead at the start, so tried to just mix it up again and see what they can do. I think Maddie Hay's been really strong in that midcourt for the Sutherland Stingrays. Great shot by Talent. Back to Ricard Bell. Back to Halpin, just doing a wealth of work in attack. Good touch by Woods. Strong hands.
She's been good all game. Both of the Maddies have, aren't they? Haven't they?
Yeah. Maddie to Maddie. Back to Quince. Oh, unlucky. That was really good by M. Keenan. Sneaky. Over the top to Woods. Grant questions the call of the umpire there. It stands out of play. Sutherland Stingrays centre pass to follow. Looks down to Talent. Waiting for Hay. There she is on the good old trusty circle edge. Oh, great touch by Grant.
McLaren picks up the intercept.
Just need to push that over the top of the two shorter defenders.
There's contact on defence.
Great drive by Keenan.
Contact defender.
Great contest. Bills winning this one.
Obstruction keeper. Advantage goal. Eastwood.
Unfortunately, just that was a centre pass to the Stingrays, so they needed to consolidate on that.
So both these teams are undefeated, and you can tell by this level of contest the sort of talent we've got here.
Obstruction goal defence. Advantage goal. Sutherland.
Great balance by Woods there. Both the top of the circle. So this umpire seeing that hold from Grant.
She got away with some of that again.
I think, yeah, this umpire down here is obviously hot on the hold from the defender, so just have to adjust that depending on what end you're at. Oh, Woods trying to get in there. Ricard Bell at top of the circle, swings it to Keenan. Oh,
Great touch by Anderson.
Unlucky for Anderson, offside call against her name. Got a few left-handers in playing tonight.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah, we've got Bills. Also, Woods is a left-hander, so you're not used to seeing that many left-handers play, so it's obviously good, more dominant on different sides of the court as well. So that was lucky there for the Stingrays.
I think we spoke about the left hand last round in the fact that if you're a right-handed defender, you might not be expecting the ball to come from that position.
Yeah, and obviously playing on that side of the court, dominant to be able to feed from as well. Obviously, you want to be able to throw with both hands, but obviously you're more dominant in one. Great centre pass by Kira, just one step in front of Tatum.
Lovely bounce pass to Ricard Bell.
Good hold by Radford.
So Bills has come on and taken a lot of the shooting load for the last two quarters. Although Kira Austin has been, a really strong force.
Oh, great take by Talent. Under immense pressure from Grant. That was a good ball from Wood. Just got to give that ball straight away to get the defender out of play.
Lovely shot. So should there be a position where Amy's unable to come back next week and Kira Austin's gone, do you think that they're going to struggle a little bit? Or
I'm not too sure who's on their bench for them, but I think the ERNA Hawks would have a good combination. Obviously, Amy probably hasn't been training with them either this year, with being away with the Swifts, and I think she's had a few injuries just this off-season as well. So I think they would have been dealing and knowing that obviously Kira's going to be away, so been working on those combinations without Kira.
There's a lot to think about as a coach, isn't there?
Yeah, I know. I don't think it would be an easy job at all. So I'm not jealous of them at all. I'd rather be a player any day. Quince goes back to Tatum. Woods through the middle, back to Quince. Maddie Hayes just picks up the loose ball.
Mel Talent's popped out again.
Oh, both feeders. Oh, good feed.
I would almost argue that Mel Talent doesn't need to pop out that far because they've got two mid-quarters popping around the circle and finding space enough. And then when she pops out, it's almost like there's too many people outside the circle.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the plan. Obviously, I think Quince might be getting it a bit tired towards the end of this game, so I'm not sure if it's a plan to get her out to get her in. But yeah, obviously, Maddie Hay just wants her to get back in the circle so she can feed it straight to the post, I think.
Nice work between Austin and Bills.
Yeah, Austin feeding a lot of her balls to Bills now. So obviously she's done a wealth of work under that post for the ERNA Hawks. Maddie Hayes just kind of being that reliable old source if you need her at any time. Good back up by Tatum. Woods comes off a circle back to Talent. Great feeding to Quince.
Good work on the baseline.
So still 6 goals in this. So Hawks up by 6 with only 8 minutes to go.
There's a mistake. Maddie Hayes picked it up. Quince. Tony Anderson.
Great drive by Tony. Good hands by Sophie Halpin.
So Mel push back to
Woods double plays. Great feed.
That was much better play.
Oh, Quince need to finish that off then.
Grant was quick on the intercept, and the Hawks taking no prisoners in this match. They'll push out their lead at the top of the ladder. Should they be able to hold on to this game?
Which I think with the way they're playing, they'll definitely be able to hold on, I think. But obviously it's not impossible, and hopefully the Sutherland Stingrays can turn some ball over here. They had their opportunity, so they just need to finish on that and capitalise.
Hay trying to feed it in. Mel Talent. Further back.
Oh, can't finish that one. Oh, great. Oh.
Lovely work by Tatum.
That was really lucky that the current didn't get called for kicking that, because obviously it fell on the foot as well, which is what happened to Tony multiple times tonight. Bill's so strong under that post.
So the Stingrays haven't been able to convert a lot of the work that they've done here.
Yeah, unfortunately they were down by 6 and then they got that turnover and that would have made it to 5. So missed opportunity there, and you see the score go back out to 8.
Happy with that one. You can see Austin just turning her head, watching it go round the ring. Almost like when you play golf and you're waiting for it to just pop into the hole.
Grant just touching the hand then. Umpire saw it. Oh,
Ricard Bell.
Falcon for Ricard Bell. I did not think she was expecting that to go there. Back to Tatum, back to Woods. Maddie Hay. ERNA doing a good job here defensively on the Sutherland Stingrays. Yeah, the Stingrays are just finding it hard to find talent at the moment. Jess Grant is just wearing her like a glove.
Important points. There's 7 goals that separate these teams with 5 minutes left.
Maddie Hay just turned away from Quince quite early on that. I think one thing as well is that Quince is doing a lot of work outside the circle, and obviously is getting contacted on the way, but it's been called advantage. So it is tiring to be able to take hit after hit and not get a penalty. So I think that's definitely coming into play with Quince at the moment.
Especially because she's doing so much of the work with the other players sort of getting stuck behind. So
yeah,
both of the Maddies are doing really well getting the ball up the court. But then as soon as we get to the goal third, it's like something happens and all of a sudden they're stuck.
Yeah, and I think that's when Quince comes in and does a nice job. But I think McLaren's is coming a little bit late and it's getting called advantage, which obviously takes its toll. They're getting hit after hit and no call on that. Great feed into Bills.
Mentally and physically, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, so we see McLaren just late. She's been late a few times, so got called on that one. Shot by Talent.
Showcasing what she's capable of.
Oh, I thought Maddie Hay was going to have that one.
Nice work by Ricard Bell. She just drew one of the defenders in Sarah Tatum. Pushed her into the outside of the circle.
Oh, great defence by Ricard Bell. Maddie Hay just falls over her feet.
Keps pulled up for contact too. Not great. Oh, lovely shot by Bills.
Yeah, I think the Hawks have stepped up their intensity again. Back out to 8 goals, and with this it'll be 9.
There's a lot more composure about their outfit, isn't there?
Yeah, obviously, again, you know, the Stingray haven't had that much fresh legs, so I think they come into play. But I think this combination's, again, been together for numerous years, so it's definitely evident tonight in those tough moments.
You talk about those combinations. The Hawks have only made one change the whole game.
Oh, great ball by Maddie. Thread the needle. Great drive by Woods to draw out Grant, and then Talent under the post. That's what you love at a mid-quarter.
So coming back to those connections, I mean, with only one change to the ERNA Hawks, they're obviously, oh, well done, Maddie Hay. Obviously, not only have they been together a number of years, but in terms of this game, they've been able to get into the flow of things and create a rhythm between players quite comfortably.
Yeah, and I think if you don't let your players play out 60 minutes, it's kind of hard to get that fitness. So I think these players probably have played a lot of the season for 60 minutes, so they obviously know how to push on in that fourth quarter.
Good drive by Mel Talent. She finds Woods. Up and over to Maddie Hay. Well done. That was better play from the Stingrays.
Great place ball by Maddie Hay.
8 goals in it, a minute and a half. Strong work by Bills coming home.
Tony Anderson kept control of that. I don't think Quince likes the attention she's getting physically out there. Her face looks very frustrated. Yeah. It does take its toll as a play, especially as a shooter. You know, fourth quarter you want to be able to be shooting at high accuracy as he did the first. So I think the defensive unit of Halpin, McLaren and Grant had done very well at just being a nuisance, being quite physical and putting the shooters off their game.
That's right. If you're not getting pulled up for something, you're just going to keep doing it, aren't you?
Exactly. Great intercept by Halpin there. Great read.
Lovely work. Austin under the post. Fed from Bills. No issues. So it's now 10 goals,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Despite 10 goals, it's still been a very physical, very intense match. And no doubt the Stingrays will walk away and learn a lot from this.
There'll definitely be some sore bodies on both sides, I'd say. Hope they get a rest day tomorrow. Hold time. Next to the goal defence.
Umpire just calling time. Obviously know that the Hawks are wasting time here. And that's the game.
There we go. Hawks up over the Stingrays, 62-52. So the ERNA Hawks will keep their top spot on the ladder. You can see it was very tight that last quarter. It was really the third quarter that was the only undoing for the Stingrays.
Yeah, definitely. I think the intensity and I think just a change with Bills brought a bit of fresh energy, and they just took it away in that third quarter.
All right, well, we'll be back in a moment to wrap up the game and the night that was.
And then the video? Should pick an MVP.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
right.
to be them.
Yeah, that's right. Emphatic win for the Hawks tonight over the Stingrays. Top of the ladder, 10-goal win. What do you have to say about the match?
Yeah, obviously a really good match. I don't think the 10 goals quite shows, how close it was. But, obviously Stingrays, I think they're going to have a few sore bodies tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. And they're also up against GWS next week in the fact that they're coming 8th, so maybe a bit of an easier game. It's sort of hard to say with Premier League, but hopefully they'll be able to fix those combinations and come on top over GWS.
Yeah, I don't think any game in the Premier League is easy, just like the Suncorps have been at for. So I don't even think if you're coming 8th, it's going to be an easy game. So I think they did a good job. Just a little bit inconsistent. Obviously, the physicality, I think, in the end took its toll, especially on that attack end.
Now, for ERNA, they're coming up against Manly, who are placed second next week. So the pressure does not stop for them. Up against third tonight, up against second next week. What do you do to make sure that they're just as dominant coming into the next round?
Obviously, they have a lot of confidence coming from tonight, but obviously they're missing Kira Austin next week and unsure about Amy Somerville. So I think they've obviously got a gap to fill in the goal attack position. So obviously I think it's going to be a really tough match.
Okay, and we're just talking about MVPs off camera. I'm going to get you to pick one now. Tell me who was the best in that match.
Oh, I don't think I can pick. My friends will hate me. Look,
One from each.
All right, well, I've got to give it to Mel Talon because she's my best friend. No, but I think MVP for me would probably be, I think Maddie Hay for the Sutherland Stingrays is very consistent. Even though I know you don't really give an MVP to a half game, I think Bills came on and was a really strong target for them down there for the ERNA Hawks.
Well, thanks, Paige Hadley. It's been fantastic having you in commentary the last 2 rounds, and we'll be back next week, 7 p.m, with the first game of round 6 of the Premier League. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, it's on. Thanks for coming and doing that. It's been really awesome.